Welcome everyone to another ArchiCAD design series. Today we are going to be talking about the dimensions and how to produce the working drawing, the steps you take to produce working drawings. So let's just jump right in and start the business of the day. So now we are going to use this one to get our working drawings out. So to do that, we are going to start by dimensioning the property. To start dimensioning the property, the first thing we do is to set our dimension, the units of our dimensions. To do that, we are going to come up here to the options, click on the options. We're going to come down to project preferences, and we're going to get to dimensions. All right, now these are the dimensions, the unit of the dimension. So we are going to click the one that we want to use, which is the millimeter. That's the plain millimeter, the second one. We're going to click on it, and while we've clicked on it, we are going to come down to this other tab. If you want to adjust the units, the settings of the millimeter, we are going to change it here. We want to add some decimal points and all of that, and if we are okay with the settings, we go ahead and click OK. Now we've done that, so we are going to find our dimensions icon on the left hand side of our workspace as the first one under the documents tab. If this one is open, this is how it usually is. So you're going to come down here, click on this one twice to open up the settings. Now there are several adjustments you would want to make before starting to dimension it. For example, the marker type, you could want to change this to something that suits your needs more. If you're not okay with anyone, you could just pick the one that works best for you. And then these are now the colors of the marker pen. This other one is the dimension line. You could adjust these colors to suit your needs as you go. Just play around with it to get the best settings rather. So now this other one are now the witness line of your dimension. If you don't want anyone, you can click on this one. If you want a small one, small height, if you want a custom height, if you want a dynamic height, you can just click on any of them. There are different styles that are used in dimensioning. All right, I like to work with a custom height. All right, so after that, you could come down here and check the text style. You may want to change the font type to any other fonts that that works with you. You can change that if you want. You can also adjust the height of the font. It's usually set to 2 millimeters. That's the paper size. So you may want to change this one to 3 or to 4, depending on how best you want it to work for you. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at 3. You can also come to this other part to change the color and all of that. There is several other settings. Once you move through it, you would see that. All right. Now you could come to the pointers also. You may want to change all of this. Just play around with it to get what you want. Now when you're done with setting all of these settings, you can now click OK. Now the dimension settings is now activated, so you have to decide how you want to dimension your property. You're going to start by dimensioning the internal spaces first, and then we go outside and then dimension what's outside. So we're going to zoom in a bit. We're going to come to the edge of any of the room spaces. Click on it once. I'm going to come to this other part also. Click on it. Now you could see the indication, the small dot here and then the small dot at this other part. And when we've done that, then you can see those 2 points clearly. You're going to come to the middle property inside the room, click on it twice, and you have to be very fast. You click on it twice and then this opens up, and then you just go ahead and place the dimension line anywhere you want, and that's what we have. If the text size is too big for you, you may want to reduce that. Now we're going to do the same thing. Click on this point, come to this edge, click on the edge. Now we click inside the property twice, and you have to be very fast with your movement, and then this opens up. Good. Now you come to this point, you may want to do this also. Click twice in the property and this opens up. You just dimension it as you want, to something that will work best for you. All right, let's say you want to dimension this part also. Alright, now you see that the text is too big to fit into this point. So when you have something like this, for example, where this text is too big to fit into that smaller space, all you have to do is to reduce the text size. To do that, you're going to click on the text, that's the dimension, and make sure you escape it first, and then you click on the dimension. You come to this top part, and you could just reduce the font size from this part and just make it 2, and you see how it just goes in nicely into that part. So let's go back and click on the dimension tool, and we can now continue. Now if you want to dimension this other part also, you can go ahead and do that. You can click on this part, come to this top part, double click inside, and you have this. Okay, all right, let's say we want to, let's say that's all for our inside room spaces dimension. Let's go ahead and start dimensioning what the outside of our building would look like. So let's do this one first. Now people dimension in different ways. I'm going to use the way that I dimension, which is the 3 different layers of dimensioning. I do the edge to the windows, and then the edge to the wall sizes, and then I do the edge to edge, the total space. So if you want to start dimensioning for the outside, let's say we're going to work with the way that I like to work with. So we're going to click on this first point. We are going to come to the next point. That's this one, the window. We're going to come to the next window space, click on it. We're going to come to this window. We're going to come to this window, and then the last part. So I've clicked on all the necessary points, and then I'm going to come outside and click outside very fast. Your movement, remember your clicking has to be very fast so you don't create another dimension point outside where you're not supposed to. So we're going to click outside very fast twice, and then this opens up. Then you just try and place it anywhere you want. All right, this works. Now remember, this looks like it's too big because some of the writings, the units rather, are coming outside, which we don't want that. So if you want to reduce the size, we're going to escape it. We click on the dimension line, the complete dimension line. That's if you want to change everything. Once you click on the dimension line, you come to this top part, the font size. You can make this 2, and then you click OK. If it's too big, you can make it 1.5. Then you click OK. You can keep reducing it until you have what you want. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at 2. I think that's okay. Now I'm going to continue. I'll go back to my dimension tool. I click on this point. I want to dimension the next level. That's the wall tool. Click dimension just the walls, and I'm dimensioning the walls. Then I click twice. I just define it outside. That works. And then I do edge to the edge. Click on it twice, and I do that. Alright, now let's do this other part. I'm gonna do click on this point. I get to the window. I get to the window. I do this, and I do this, and I come to the edge. Just click twice. Alright. Let's say we do the same thing for our walls. Let's say I want to do this. Click on this point. Just checking for the thickness of the walls. And I do this, and I come to this part. Click twice. Take it outside. That's it. And then you do the complete space, the complete span rather. And you just take it outside. Alright, that works. Now let's do this other part also. I click on this one, come to the window, the windows. Alright. Now what I'm doing now, it's not any standard form of dimension. This is just how I would like to produce my dimensions. Different people produces dimensions in different styles, so you just get to choose the one that works best for you, or you consult your architectural textbook from school, and then you just decide how you want to dimension your spaces. So let's go ahead and dimension this part also. I want to just dimension the columns and the spaces in between, because they're freestanding columns outside. And then we do this. Okay. If you want to dimension the entire space now, we'll do the same way. Okay. And then for the last part, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and do this. Okay. Now let me just rush through and just do the edge part. You already know how to do the different steps if you want. Alright, good. Now this is how you do the dimensioning for your property. It's straightforward. You do the inside, the outside. So this is all about dimensioning.